We are back for season 2. It's Sunday. It's Sunday. So I'm not ahead. I like watching them after I posted the previous one so I could read the comments. So I'm here in real time. Now there's 2 deleted scenes that I want to watch. I'll probably post them at the end of this one, but there's 2 deleted scenes from season 1. Gideon gives his team a pep talk as number 1, and then Angela and her father argue over her big decision, number 2. You can probably guess where those are. So I'll just include those at the end. But season 2, who was answering the door? This is what I was thinking about. I'm excited to press play because it could start as soon as the door opens, right? In media res. It could start as, like, literally opening the door is the shot, and it could be Tyrell, could be Tyrell, or it could be a totally new character. Or it could not even start with that. It could time skip forward or back. I don't know, thinking about that just made me excited. Because it could, right? He could open the door and there'll be a brand new character. And we're trying to figure out, how did he meet this new character? Did he already know the new character? What did they do? Why are they knocking on the door? Is it Tyrell? What does Tyrell do? Does it skip backwards to show him doing the plan? Or does it skip forwards? Or what? I don't know. That just got me excited. Let's get started. Oh my God. 4 seasons? I thought there were 3. There's 4 seasons? Oh.
Leukemia.
That's sick. This guy is actually filming, or this chick, whatever. One of the kids is actually filming. Like, they have their phone up, which is the film video that we watch later. Like, they set up, someone's recording tricks and stuff like that. So,
Jesus, what did I do? I told you we shouldn't have done this.
And they're setting up.
I'm a little concerned for Tyrell because he was acting very strange last I saw him.
They've set up.
Mr. Robot.
I've always told you we'd end up working together, Elliot. But still,
That the plan was a
I
little
have to know, why did you do it?
short-sighted, right? When they're referencing the clips from season 1.
I wanted to save the world.
When they're referencing the clips from season 1, they're showing it as, don't think about tomorrow. What would happen if all this went away? We got rid of the debt. We did this. We did that. But they're specifically, now that it's in like a collage, basically, you can tell that they haven't thought what happens tomorrow. Literally is a line they say, but they haven't thought about, okay, so what happens when we wake up and no one has any debt, and presumably no one can pay each other, and everyone's savings gets taken out, and everyone's investments go away because no one can be linked to anything, whatever. So that's kind of cool. Unmask Part 1. That's Tyrell. And Miss Me, I already know. Everybody already knows. I can tell from the hair. Programs included, blah, blah. F Society. I know. If I get disabled the honeypot and get the server back on the network tonight, would your side be ready to go? White Rose, hold on. We normally don't change an agreed upon timetable. The winds of the heavens shift suddenly, so does human fate. We will make an exception. We are ready. Tell me when you are, and we can synchronize payloads. It's ready, running them now. And this is for ease. I'm just gonna say this is Mr. Robot right now. For simplicity's sake, Elliot and then Mr. Robot. This is Mr. Robot. Oh no! Oh no! I see the popcorn machine there. I don't believe it though. I don't believe it though. I don't believe it. No. You get it. Heart rate normal. BPM normal. My guy's not dead. My guy's not dead. I'm not even gonna sweat it. I threw him out the window by an accident. Come on, dog. Ooh, this is cool.
Mr. and Mrs. Alden.
The lighting here is cool, and also obviously the family. The family is obscured by his head, but more so the ear, right? We hear what he's hearing, and he doesn't really look at them, but also it references current day Elliot and how he,
Please. Questions.
how did you get,
You and anything you tell me.
how did you fall out of a window? If you don't mind telling me. I might have to report this. Confectura Industries. Composition book Red Wheelbarrow. I think that's the Red Wheelbarrow. So much depends upon a red wheelbarrow glazed with rain water beside the white chickens. It focuses on the objective representation of objects in line with the philosophy that was 10 years old at the time of the publication. The poem is written in a brief haiku-like free verse form. With regard to the inspiration, Williams wrote, "The red wheelbarrow sprang from affection for a black man named Marshall. He had been a fisherman, caught porgies off Gloucestershire, Gloucester. He used to tell me how he had to work in the cold in freezing weather, standing ankle deep in cracked ice, packing down the fish. He said he didn't feel cold. He never felt cold in his life until just recently. I liked that man and his son Milton almost as much. In his backyard, I saw the red wheelbarrow surrounded by the white chickens." Prior to the revelation about Marshall, some critics and analysts believed the poem was written about one of Williams's patients, a little girl who was seriously ill. The poem is reported to have been inspired by a scene in Passaic, New Jersey, where Williams is attending to a sick young girl. Worried that his patient may not survive, Williams looked out the window and saw the wheelbarrow and chickens. At the time, I remember being mystified by the poem, however, being properly trained in literary criticism. What is left out is the fact that when he conceived the image, he was sitting at the bedside of a very sick child. The story goes that as he sat there, deeply concerned about the child, he looked out the window, saw the image, and penned those words. And then Resurrection was his last novel. The book is a fictional work. He intended the novel as an exposition on the injustice of man-made laws and the hypocrisy of the institutionalized church. The story is about a nobleman named Dmitry Ivanovich Nekhludov, who seeks redemption for a sin committed years earlier. When he was younger, at his aunt's estate, he fell in love with their ward, Katyusha, who is a goddaughter to one aunt and treated badly by the other. After going to the city and becoming corrupted by drinking and gambling, he returns 2 years later and rapes Katyusha, leaving her pregnant. She is then thrown out by his aunt and proceeds to face a series of unfortunate and unpleasant events before she ends up working as a prostitute. 10 years later, he sits on a jury which sentences the girl to prison for murder, poisoning a client who beat her, a crime of which she is innocent. The book narrates his attempts to help her, but focuses on his personal, mental, and moral struggle. He goes to visit her in prison, meets other prisoners, hears their stories, and comes to realize that below his gilded aristocratic world, yet invisible to it, is a much larger world of cruelty, injustice, and suffering. Story after story, he hears and even sees people chained without cause, beaten without cause, immured in dungeons for life without cause, and a 12-year-old boy sleeping in a lake of human dung from an overflowing latrine because there is no other place on the prison floor, but clinging in a vain search for love to the leg of the man next to him, until the book achieves a bizarre intensity of a horrific fever dream. He decides to give up his property and pass ownership onto his peasants, leaving them to argue over the different ways in which they can organize the estate, and he follows Katyusha into exile, planning on marrying her. On their journey to Siberia, she falls in love with another man. He gives his blessing and still chooses to live as part of the penal community, seeking redemption. Huh. This is quite interesting. Is this in his own head?
Time to get up.
Oh. Wait, what?
Today started just like yesterday, and the day before that, and the day before that, and
Wait.
every day for the last month.
Is this in his head?
My perfectly constructed loop.
This that Tyrell Wellick and F Society engaged in this attack.
Real? Hey, Obama, you just did Between Two Ferns. Can you do one more thing for us? My guy, can you say, that's awesome. The red phone, the bat phone.
And respond.
Kind of looks like his mom.
That we choose.
Look at the colors here.
My daily program begins by having breakfast with my friend Leon.
There's this one episode where they go to this Chinese restaurant and they're just waiting for a table the entire time.
In the music playing, is this?
They don't even eat at the end.
With the international community to start setting up some
Is
very
this
clear rules of the road.
Mr.
Right
Robot?
now, it's sort of the Wild West.
At 12 p.m., I have lunch with Leon.
And then there's this one where this.
At 2 p.m., we'll check out a basketball game.
What?
Hot Carla, the local pyro, is usually there.
Hot Carla. Waiting for Godot. Godot. Waiting for Godot. Okay, I don't know that one. Let's look this one up. A play in which two characters, Vladimir and Estragon, engage in a variety of discussions and encounters while awaiting the titular Godot, who never arrives. A tragic comedy in 2 acts. And then this is real long. I'm not familiar with this, but this is some 5-head shit with the books. But clearly, like the resurrection thing, the wheelbarrow, now this thing, like, I don't know what it is, but this is what I was talking about. It could open with the door, or it could open with some crazy shit. And it's crazy shit.
Part of what makes this
So,
issue of
but is this-
cybersecurity so urgent.
At 6 p.m.,
He's doing what he told himself to do. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to get on the subway and you're going to go back home.
I have dinner with Leon. These people seem normal. Come in.
Do not.
Keeping it
6:22 a.m. Mind is blown. Mind is blown. Gone. Mine is blown, comma, gonna something, the beginning, 6:22 a.m. Woke up a few minutes, time to get up. Felt like that wake. Others, something, well. Hold on.
And when we work together, we can't be stopped.
Let's see what the QR code
The
is.
future is ready to be
I don't know
ready.
how long this video is. I'm 11 minutes in the actual show, but hold on. Give me a second. Well, it takes you here. It redirects to this. It's a QR code and it ends up here. Welcome. The revolution continues. New windows of opportunity await. Select a portal to begin. Am I being hacked right now? Hello? Sorry. Origin? So okay, I'm not gonna do this. Guys, I could bring down YouTube. Who is MrRobot.com? Just go there, I guess. It redirected. Sure. So 8:37 p.m. So now here comes a real freak idea. The Bible's kind of good. I mean, for a sci-fi book, there's some mad vengeance. God takes out con people. Dude doesn't like to get betrayed. And I'm down with that. The plagues and locust shit and that heathen woman. His wife turning to salt. Pretty fucking funny. 'Cause something can't deny he's got a sense of humor and a real flair for the drama. Gonna go to sleep now. Sleep tight while you get your... Sleep tight while you get your lesson of the day from yours truly, How to Draw a Cat.
My mom has no computer or internet access to tempt me into the night.
Okay, that's why it looks
All
like his
that's
mom,
left
because
for
it
me
is his mom.
Just ordinary, repeating the same tasks each day without ever having to think about them. Isn't that what everybody does?
And that was cool because
Keep
the voiceover-
internet access, ending the day's,
Days
loop.
loop.
You might not think it's
There. The voiceover for here is recorded differently,
the way to live, but why not?
tying
Repeating
into
the same tasks each day without
and that one even more so
ever having to think about them. Isn't that
ties into this.
what everybody does?
So like they slowly pull you
Keep
out.
things on repeat.
But you've attributed a lot of your childhood trauma.
Better the devil you know than the devil you don't. Right?
He thinks it's helping, I guess, in like its own weird little way.
Do you feel alone?
He prefers this version of himself or whatever. Like maybe. I don't know if they've said like
Why
I don't
would
think
you
I don't think she said little brother or old sister or little sister. I'm gonna assume from the flashback that he's older because when he's his age looking at the house, he sees a young girl on a scooter. So I'm gonna infer from that she's younger than him, which maybe explains why she's not in any of the sort of flashbacks where he's 8-ish years old.
say that? I'd like you to respond to my question, please.
Get it? How do people work? Why would you work?
Elliot,
If you don't have
it's a
any
lot for me to talk to you after what you did.
if you don't have any debt and you can't generate, if you don't have any debt, then where do you, like,
I don't trust.
our system, when you pay off your loans, your credit goes down because you don't have as much debt to keep paying off per month. So they're like, oh, well, you don't have any debt anymore. All right, well, your credit score actually goes down. Thank you for playing. If you don't have any debt, how do you generate, like, why do people work to generate an income when they can't pay for the employees? I need an economist, right? If everyone's at zero, then I don't know. Is she a 3-port woman? Ladies. Penetration tests only F Society women know. The Cyber
We're
Pet
done
Edition.
with all that. I can't do that.
The fuck? He's not dead.
Then go fuck.
He's still breathing? Oh. I am watching the right show, right? This isn't like Suicide Squad or something, right? He shot me. Right. I mean, I get it because he again.
What's next on this roller coaster?
But the blood is on his head. Maybe that's real. Maybe he smashes his head into control is an illusion. So if the blood is real, then he, maybe he just smashed his head on something. Darlene. And the squad. His name is Robert Paulson. It's gotta be her. It's gotta be her. Don't even. Nah, that's my girl right here. It's Darlene.
Part of a strategy to declare economic war.
Yo, this is a dope ass house. I mean, it's getting hacked right now, which kind of makes it seem not as cool, but like
Swapped democracy.
Siri everything up. Amazon Home that ass. Everything. The walls, the lights, the temperature, the sound. I get to swim. Joanna's the love of my life. But she may murder me. But this chick's got a dope ass pad. And obviously his dialogue there. Right, it all, it's all connected. You guys get it. Gotta get her out to get to her apartment. All the trash there. That's smart. That's smart. Okay, never mind.
Tracking on her phone is working.
Wait, no, okay.
And she's
This is
headed north
Darlene. There's
as
no.
we speak.
Dude, this new character introduction music is dope as shit.
The collective
This is
result.
a new Darlene.
Round and round we go, you not knowing what you did or
Or
didn't.
maybe he didn't hit his
Our infinite loop
head,
of
because then Gideon probably would have been like, yo, are you okay, my guy? You're like clearly bleeding, but he's...
Or if there's anything you can do to help
Is
me.
there blood on the journal?
I wonder, if I sliced open his neck right now, would it be me doing it, or would it be you?
No. Yes.
Adding up all the choices you've been making, they all add up to one thing. You add up to one thing. Me.
What's going on over there?
Okay. Spiral. Right. Or is spiral out thing, the golden ratio thing, or whatever. Okay, is there blood in the journal? If
Not
he
gonna lie,
sees blood in the
Gideon got to
journal,
me.
does it
But
even
knows
matter?
when I need the regimen the most.
Because no one else sees the blood. Mama would have said something, right? Mama would have been upset that he has blood on her
After
stuff.
all, and requests and Vine stars, he can all see the light of day.
Fine. I like Vine.
I know we haven't
Like
talked
Vine.
in a
Darlene upset about? Put her mask on. Speech. Speech.
Give me your
Show your oh.
Why? I didn't post it.
She doesn't like leading. She doesn't like being in charge. She doesn't like what it's become. She clearly, put the mask on, but
This is everything right now.
and it seems, remember how Darlene was the one like, hey, we should destroy everything. And Elliot, Mr. Robot, and Elliot was the one who was saying, no, we can't do it. We have to stop. We have to wait. That might be reflecting like her leadership or her vision of what the change was. As opposed to like if Elliot, Mr. Robot was still in charge and doing stuff, things would be a lot different as compared to Darlene, who's leading it, who was maybe a little more impulsive.
Unfair, man. Just want to cancel.
You have nothing. I've pulled up your account right here. It says you have $0. Time left. Ooh. Remember that? I don't know where this came from. Oh, it just happened suddenly. I'm so sorry. After I stuck this USB in, things went to shit. Daily announce your files encrypted. To get the key, you have to pay 5.9 million. Will break the entire system. Jester actual. There's an unequal amount of good and bad in things. The trick is to figure the ratio and act accordingly. But this is a different iconography than the F Society people. So is it different or the same? Yo, that's fucking sick. Winding back to like reality as he comes into focus, and then obviously the color palette. Where's your wife? The lovely Sharon.
Was coming from my place. Then likely the same hackers from the ransomware.
This guy's just happy about it.
We can't confirm the sender.
Smiling before it cuts
The
away
email
from
we
him,
received
and he's
is
happy now.
more.
What are the demands again?
$5.9 million.
That should be fucking nothing to them, right?
No
Right?
police.
The evil corp, they're like,
We
yeah,
want to pay the
whatever.
ransom. And frankly, I think we can find 5.9 million in between our couch cushions. It's nothing.
Right.
My opinion, I think they meant one of our chief officers.
Oh. Oh.
This is a joke. Did it really expect one of us to go out there.
Sending them out to the slaughter. I love this guy.
These people are terrorists.
5.9 is a specific number, right? Why not 6?
I'll do it.
Oh, did I just so happen to phrase it in such a way
I'm chief technology.
that you'll do?
I call
Oh, this guy's sneaky. I should be the one to do it. Oh, well, I never considered that, but I guess so. You might
We're
be
gonna
the
pay
right
these
man.
bastards. I want to be the one that faces it.
That dude is 5 steps ahead. What? Dude, Sam, dude, creepy man. I like that. This is me. I worked as an extra here, by the way, guys, in case you didn't know. My IMDb, if you check me out, I'm creepy man. Dude, what a mind fuck. What a start. What's happening? I kind of got what's happening. Where's Tyrell? Where's Joanna and the baby? They hacked her to get her out, and she's important now. 5.9 is a specific number, right? I mean, at that point, just ask for 6. It's an arbitrary number. I don't know why it's important. The gun, the vial thing, but the thing with the books and the QR code, the website with the QR code. Why is Darlene doing her thing? She's crying, puts her mask on, gets back out there. Is that from... I don't know. I like it. That was amazing. That was really amazing. The amount of depth that they just jammed in there is really astonishing. The amount of depth that they jammed in there is astonishing. And the metaphor for it reminded me of it seeing the thumbnail here, but I guess you can stretch sort of a metaphor for the bandage. I guess he didn't hit his head. I thought to simulate the gunshot, he would like smash his head on something, but obviously his mom or Gideon would have reacted to it. So maybe that's not right. And then the bandage obviously would be like soaking, but it's broken his perfect, exact, specific regimen. Right now he has a bandage, like a little crack in the facade kind of. So that even visually is a representation that like, oh, he's kind of like losing it. And then the other crew members, where did they go? Is the Dark Army reference? Why is this guy happy? He I don't know. I don't know. Dude, this show is amazing. I like it. I like it. Okay, I got to eat, edit. This is going up. And then I'll have the 2 deleted scenes after this. And I will see you on Monday next week. So this is deleted scene numero 1.
This morning, I remembered my mentor's favorite phrase. Sometimes the lowest pitfalls result in the highest triumphs. And since Terry Colby's arrest, we have been applauded for finding the culprit and deftly mending the breach.
Is Ollie still sending you pics?
So to my superstar salespeople, use this praise.
I don't think we know Allie. So maybe that character is included in some other stuff. Alley. Is Allie still sending you dick pics? Yeah, I don't think.
We have a prime opportunity to bring in new accounts. So let's go out there and do just that.
This is what Angela...
People use
Is this character
phrase.
Important?
We have a prime opportunity
She's kind of in
to bring
focus
in new
here.
accounts. So let's go out there and do just that.
Music seems a little weird.
Angela's been waiting for.
Probably placeholder-ish, maybe?
A chance to rise to the top. She'll throw herself into this. But for a while...
It's cool framing, right? Is how far away he is from the crew as well. Also, like choosing to have, okay, we need you guys to stand right here so we can get the shot of him. But also it shows that he's like, there's literally a desk in between everybody else and him.
Enough business. Far more importantly, I seem to remember there's a birthday in the house. Courtney.
Courtney. Happy birthday, Courtney. But yeah, I guess clearly there was another character they were.
You need to calm down.
Okay.
Calm down.
Okay.
You just need to convince one person. Just change one person's mind. And you'll beat him.
This might be.
You'll beat him.
This might be. She's trying to. This might be around the time when she's trying to get the case restarted against Evil Corp and Terry Colby, and maybe she's calling a lawyer there. I can see why that got cut. It introduces a new character, Courtney. It introduces another new character, Allie. It's not important. Him saying, hey, let's go out there and get new business isn't really important, and it runs counter to what they were doing with Allsafe, which is to show that really, as the audience, you only need to focus on Evil Corp being their client. We don't want to paint them as a very successful company that's got a ton of clients, because it's integral to the story, or at least to Gideon's plot line and his partner's plot line, and Allsafe and Elliot tied to Evil Corp, that Allsafe is kind of dependent upon Evil Corp to keep them afloat. And once Evil Corp moves on, then the company is kind of heading downhill. So I can see that. Deleted scene number 2. This is obviously got to be when she gets the job, or she gets offered the job.
You're committing perjury.
I carefully considered the consequences.
You're not doing this.
I signed a contract.
So I guess this is after she meets with Gideon at
The one thing
Allsafe.
I've wanted for our future is to be out of the hell we endured. For you to find your own path, away from all this.
Dad, this is my path. This is the most grown-up thing I've ever done.
They're using you, Angela. That lawyer, someone is using you.
I think with the money from the lawsuit, you can finally make a stable home. None of that stuff that came before will matter.
Ooh.
We can finally find some kind of peace.
Bull.
It's kind of out of character for him from what they've shown. And this doesn't really add
You're
anything.
trying to start a war.
It just doesn't really add anything. It's kind of redundant. Like there's no character development that really happens here that makes it integral. That's a really cool frame shot. It's showing the actual doorway is pretty cool. You already know her dad and her are going to be at odds when she takes the job from you, but that's cool. It's almost like she smiles there at the end. Am I wrong? No, he's definitely like, seems to be a little happier there. That's kind of interesting, but I can see the scene doesn't add anything. If I had to, justify why it was removed, it doesn't really add anything new. We already know they're going to be at odds. We already know they can't afford to live. She moved in with him, and the dad was already facing bankruptcy or he had the eviction notices and stuff. We already know she's conflicted once she wants to pursue Evil Corp, and then meets with Gideon, and Gideon tells her to not, or to slightly change it or something like that, in order to save Allsafe. I forget exactly what it is, but she meets with Gideon, and Gideon's like, you can't work there. I'm slightly misremembering some of that stuff, but then it's like, oh, she's trying to do the right thing by suing them, but actually that's going to hurt good people, so maybe whatever. But then the final shot doesn't really make sense in the context of what we have seen. It's clear they cut 2 scenes of Angela, and they name dropped Allie, still sending you dick pics. So presumably there was another character linked to her. So she probably had more character development that got cut and cut and cut and cut down. But her looking at us, I guess. From the version of Mr. Robot that we're watching right now, the only character that does that is Elliot, and so it would be kind of weird if someone else like looks at us directly like this. So I could probably see that. But more Mr. Robot. What could be bad with that?